What's up, everyone? Today we're back with another Blacklist reaction, but like, what are we even gonna do here? Liz is in the freaking Russian embassy. Red is back to being a wanted criminal. Wrestler is in charge of the FBI, trying to get her back. I just want to get into it, so let's get into it. If you guys like this reaction, be sure to hit that like button. If you want early access, and uncut reactions, head over to my Patreon, link in description. And let's get into this video. And be sure to subscribe. Russian embassy. They just stalking the Russian embassy.
I am a deep cover operative for the Federalnaya Sluska Bestopostnovsky. I have successfully completed my mission and am hereby seeking asylum. I would appreciate an immediate and private audience with your chief intelligence officer.
I mean, that's tough to believe. Except,
I need to speak to whoever's in command of security, and I need to do
except, I get the FBI getting fooled by thinking that she's a Russian agent. But how do you fool the Russian? Because they would have records. Literally nowhere on earth will there be a mission for her that is her infiltrating the FBI, doing all the things she's accused of. They don't. The Russians did not do this, so they would be like, what the hell? We don't have a agent named Masha Rostova, and we are not at fault for this. So we're just gonna let you go back.
I just got off the line with Raymond Reddington.
You get to go ahead?
The State Department has requested that the Russian bring her out.
Requested?
Yeah.
Nobody would be making a request if it was Bin Laden in there.
Literally an act of war.
I know, but look around. The war's already started.
But
Or do you prefer Rostova?
they believed it. But I don't think this would, in real life, would have enough motivation to freaking invade the Russian basically, because it's Russian soil, so they're basically invading the Russian country, so they don't have anything. Hello.
Oh, Connie, what a delightful
Okay.
non-tradition.
That's what I would do,
Tell you how
escaping
astounding it
FBI.
is to see a Russian bureaucrat demonstrating such a time-honored absence of work ethic.
That's a toy.
She's much prettier than she looks sitting behind the news anchor desk.
The Russians get around.
Plus, she's married to a ranking member of the Senate Foreign Relations Committee.
Oh.
By all means, do call in the troops. What with your government's implication in the Area bombing and assassinations of a sitting senator and the Attorney General of the United States, how much harm could a weekly game of water wiggle between their ambassador and a senator's wife cause? Elizabeth Keene turned herself into your embassy and has identified herself as a deep cover FSB agent in distress.
That's absurd.
Yes, quite. Nevertheless, she's currently demanding diplomatic immunity, and I want real-time reports of everything.
I am intimately acquainted with every single Russian intelligence
And you are
asset
not one of
in
them.
North and South America, active and inactive. And you, dear, are not one of them.
I came here to protect myself, to get your help, because our interests are aligned. Your country and I have been blamed for crimes we did not commit.
Okay, so
It
she's
was
dropping the roof.
committed by a global consortium known in some quarters as the Cabal.
How do I know that you're not working for the Cabal? How do I know that you're not here posing as a victim to gain safe passage away from the FBI?
The Russian assassin. The one known as Karakurt.
Never heard of him.
You've heard of him. I think you have.
He's been turned.
If the Russians are denying the State Department's request, they're not going to turn her in.
Is the White House involved, or are they going to make the call?
We've been ordered to stand down.
You're being transferred to Moscow for debriefing.
Don't you see that's playing right into the Cabal's narrative? The minute I leave U.S. soil, my government will interpret that as a defection.
I have delivered a decision. Choose Agent Key.
I mean, that was to be expected.
Moscow
Yeah.
Or you can take your chances with your compatriots outside.
I mean, at least she's getting a choice. To be honest, I was expecting Mihochi just being arrested and just forcibly taken to Moscow. So
The Kremlin has
destroy
ordered a
that
transfer
bit.
to Moscow.
Who in the Kremlin?
It was authorized by the Federal Tariff Service of all
Federal
things.
Tariff Service.
Pizza.
Why is tariffs getting working in this? Udachi. What does that mean?
Packages in transit.
Excellent.
Good day.
See you at
Goodbye.
the airport. Our people on the plane will take it from there.
Okay. So FBI cannot invade, but the Cabal can. Interesting.
Wrestler, don't.
You're gonna tell me that diplomatic vehicles have the same protection as the embassy?
You know
Indeed.
they do.
Yeah.
As long as she's inside that car, she's on Russian soil, you can't touch her.
Если он откроет дверь, замочи его.
The team, seriously.
I can't let her go.
What you gonna do?
Wrestler,
Oh my god,
I know you're
wrestler.
angry,
This is,
so am I.
yeah.
How we feel is not important. Taking her into
You-
custody is.
honestly?
We are doing everything we can.
Are we?
I don't want to pause, but wouldn't it be the craziest thing if wrestler was the reason that there's a war between Russia and US? The craziest part, like that's just fireworks. That's just fireworks. That would be, honestly. So I don't know if I want to stop. To be honest.
In service to their agenda. They're not transporting Agent Keene to Moscow for
They're
debriefing.
going
The
to-
second she gets on that plane,
She's dead.
Oh wait, is that wrestler? I'm loving this wrestler. Honestly, not even a second thought. Not like get pulled over. Not like anything. Just freaking rammed into. That's like, I mean, that's just action. No talking. You know, taking action. American versus Russian. That's what. Okay, I mean, are you trying to get her killed also? Like, it's the same thing if they went there. Are you? Like, how did she survive that accident? Actually, why? I'm so stupid. Of course he wouldn't, because. He just wants to arrest her. He just doesn't want to.
If I resign,
Yes, effective immediately. In return, all charges against you will be dropped. These are serious charges, Harold. You could go to jail. Take the deal. If you refuse to play ball pending the outcome, you'll be reassigned. Paper pushing at the CJIS. Cubicle, potted plant, a dead end, Harold. You're better than that.
yes, I am.
Yeah, but I mean, he's
You
not
really
the guy
want to do
to.
No, but I want to do
Yeah.
something.
you all right?
No, I'm not all right. Wrestler tried to kill me.
No, wrestler actually.
I was out of options. At least I would have been secure in Moscow right now.
If by secure you mean dead, then yes, absolutely. Wrestler wasn't trying to kill you, he was trying to save you. You threw yourself in the hands of the Cabal the moment you got on that vehicle. The only question was whether they'd kill you before or after you entered Russian airspace.
Oh, please, you're hurting me.
But I mean, it was still a good. I mean, I bet.
You deaf old man. I told you to mind your own business. Turn around, bitch.
Clayton.
The hell? You gonna get yourself killed?
Yeah, I think.
You haven't the slightest clue how to speak to a woman, have you?
I wasn't ordered to let her die. Transport was compromised.
Says who?
Reddington.
You spoke to him?
Yes, he called. Said that the ball had hijacked Keene.
You countermanded a direct order and attacked a diplomatic transport on the word of one fugitive in order to save the life of another.
I'm willing to resign from the task force. The intel that Reddington gave us is wrong.
The driver has been hospitalized. As soon as he can be questioned, we can confirm Reddington's information.
Okay, we've got a sighting.
Del Rio Diner, 1425 Peabody.
Come on. I don't like, you know, Reddington. Yes, it was dangerous. Yes, she was about to die. But I mean, I in my opinion thought it was a smart move before we knew the Cabal was infiltrating Russia. You know, honestly, I thought it was a smart move. You know, so I'm still not willing to. If the Cabal wasn't infiltrated the Russian embassy, it would have been a smart move. I'm just saying. Okay, I gotta give her props for that. What are you doing? We're going from 1 to 200 and like immediately? Okay. Rather than escaping, we're just like we're just making a big show.
Now what?
Now, I apologize.
What?
I am terribly sorry for the inconvenience, but it appears we'll all be taking an extended lunch.
Yeah,
however,
Oh, I'm sorry. Did I disturb you? They said you were sedated.
Oh my god, of course. This guy's...
You know what they say. Can't keep a good man down.
Yeah.
Fortunately, it's only a matter of time before the FBI pays you a visit, and we can't have that.
He's so ahead of the game. I mean...
are what is commonly referred to as a loose end. If it's any consolation, your heroic devotion to our cause has earned you my most sincere respect.
Yeah, this is just... you know, you didn't have to say all that, but you know, it's just... just you guys are right, he is so charismatic, like, as he's killing this guy. Honestly, like, how are you gonna defeat him? He's just as... intelligent. He's so intelligent, and like, and he basically has like no boundaries.
Cut the power to the building, commandeered the phone lines.
Because if you can like poison the child, you can do it.
Agent
You
Raymond Reddington.
definitely can do anything.
Agent Wrestler, excellent. You have a pen? Because I'm ready to dictate a list of my
He's
demands.
like, this is
I owe you, Keen. You saved my life back at that convoy. Now let me return the favor. Not before this gets bad.
It's already gone bad, and you're making it worse.
Yeah.
If you want to repay me, do what Reddington says before somebody else gets hurt.
That's not gonna happen, and you know it. The scene's locked down. There's nowhere to go, and you got zero leverage. Because I know you. I know what you're capable of.
Yeah, but it's Reddington holding the gun.
People.
She won't, but I will. Ready? My demands are as follows. 1, I want the immediate restoration of power to this building. 2, an armored vehicle to transport us. 3, bring me Marvin Gerard. You have 90 minutes.
I think Marvin Gerard, you know, is the real, because he's the title of the episode, obviously. But is why he really did this, because like if he wanted, he could have easily just like disappeared. He didn't need to shoot the freaking police car.
Law from Harvard, where serves a year for attempting to kidnap their son. This is disbarred. Currently, he's incarcerated for 7 to 10.
Oh yeah, how did a year turn into 7 to 10?
He's been disbarred. Gerard acts as shadow counsel to some of the biggest players in the criminal underworld. Politicians,
Red wants a
CEOs,
lawyer?
And one Raymond Reddington.
Gerard,
who are you?
He wants his lawyer?
What am I doing here?
He's demanded that we bring you here.
Which one?
Raymond Reddington.
And they're just playing along.
Nothing to do with this. I don't know what he wants from me. I am not going in there.
Well, you are going in.
This will never work. If he asks me, I'm going to have to tell him that I'm wearing a wire. It would be unethical for me to lie to my client. Let the record reflect that I am complying under duress. And that my Fourth Amendment right of privacy is being violated.
I'll get that, dear.
First table over there.
What? Why is she acting all nice now? You know she's being in a hostage situation.
Lizzie, please.
Since when do I...
Take a seat. I'll have Chewie bring you a piece
Chewie?
of pie. I promise you'll thank me.
Cut it out. A lawyer? How is that going to help us with this?
Lawyers find and exploit loopholes. It's what makes them so loathsome. And Marvin Gerard is the most loathsome of them all. It's what makes him so invaluable. Speak of the devil.
Hello,
I got
Marvin.
my,
My parole hearing
shotgun.
is next week.
Christmas came early.
Just saying that.
Wired?
Of course I'm wired. I told him not to bother. I told you not to bother.
Elizabeth Marvin Gerard.
One down.
Not necessarily in that order.
Oh, it's in the.
Finally, I am in the presence of greatness.
It's in the whole suit.
You're the one who made him throw away his freedom.
Good God, Marv, let it go.
What, you asked for my advice?
I was simply giving you, as a friend, a heads up regarding my plans. You were a wonderful attorney.
And you were a terrible client.
Too.
He didn't want to do this.
But, I just
So
got engaged.
casual. So casual.
Becky Weinberg.
They just take it down.
The paralegal. Oh my God, you old dog.
As if they've done this so many
Older by a
times.
minute. Now you're gonna start in with me about how, oh, with you, there's always more than meets the eye.
Oh my God, Lizzie. I mean.
That's enough.
That's enough, like of a order. I mean, you know, he deserved it. He did. You know, just. Come on, he was the one who. Okay. Did nobody see him beating up the woman? Deserved it. except.
Broke his ribs. Sounds like his lung is punctured.
What is he working on? A plea agreement? Why else bring a lawyer in here other than to cut a deal? If you think for 1 second that I am
There will
interested,
be no deal.
then why go to all the trouble to bring him in here?
Okay, let me. Can you tell us the plan? I want to know.
Marvin Gerard was one of the most respected defense attorneys on the Eastern Seaboard. Timothy was getting a steady supply of amphetamines from his mother's shrink.
Oh,
Ritalin,
that's not good.
Adderall. She constantly bullied the boy. Marvin and his wife separated. He fought for custody, contacted police, social services. But his wife was the princess in a very prominent and powerful legal dynasty, so no action was ever taken. Timothy remained in her sole custody. Her abuse worsened. Convinced he had no other option, Marvin kidnapped the boy. They tracked him down, of course, returned the child to his mother.
It's very sad. Yeah.
Marvin was disbarred, convicted, and incarcerated.
And what happened to his son?
A year later, Timothy hung himself.
And honestly, like the law sometimes is so rigged against people, you know, like.
He can't do that, can he? Can you do that?
No, we don't have eyes inside. Even a minimal
It
risk
gets
of
it
collateral
sometimes
damage
gets
is
so wrong, especially if you have money and like, you know, some, especially if you know there's other factors also.
She's in over her head.
It's probably why they got spotted.
Wasn't her that was spotted. Anonymous tip came in on Reddington, not Keen.
Oh, so he purposely that Chewie is working for him.
Raymond, did you read this?
Yes, it's the voice transcripts we recovered from the fulcrum.
No, I didn't ask you if you recognized it. I asked you if you read it. Specifically, section 39C, pages 216 and 217, lines 5 through 19. Here.
You know what would be a cool idea is if they, you know, when they release a season, like they would release the voice transcript, you know, as marketing material, you know, like you, like viewers can access the voice recordings, and so like when they get to this part, they'll be like 214C. We know what that is.
Somebody help him! No, not you!
I don't know who would do that. Oh well, he could die for all. I mean, if you want Ready to do it, he can be like, I can die. He can die.
His lungs are gonna collapse if we don't get him medical attention in the next 20
Ah, such a shame.
Fine. He'll be in Agent Ressler's capable care by then. We're leaving.
It's been 5 years tracking
Sure, it's
Reddington.
like, I'm
Count
just-
on one hand number of times we got a credible sighting.
Doing
Found a 911 call.
day's work.
I'm very best we can, all right?
Why isn't the power back on? Where's my armored vehicle?
We're working on it.
He
Work
doesn't
harder.
care about it.
If the power isn't back in 60 seconds, I'm gonna start shooting people. Your time starts now.
Kind of sad for his lawyer, you know. He just said he was on his parole hearing. He could have gotten free. I mean, like, without having to be a fugitive.
The least of your many talents, my friend.
Well, okay,
right
that's why I needed the power.
It's Reddington.
That's Reddington.
He called the tip in on himself.
This whole thing, he wanted us. Breach now!
They couldn't have figured that out sooner. They looked at the message like
Hey everyone, let's pack it up.
before they came
Sorry, you
here.
have to burn this up.
They're not here.
Get these people out of here.
It's always some noise to listen.
This is a bad situation, Red. They will hunt me, and they will find me. And when they do you know where I am going? In a hole.
Do you like Tahiti? Get in the car,
Wait,
Marvin.
wait.
Have a Mai Tai.
Oh, his engaged. He's engaged. I took me a while to figure that out.
I want this plan of yours to be thoroughly mapped out. We only have one shot at this. I'll be in touch.
Why would he go to all this trouble, risk everything just to free Marvin Gerard?
Because that's who. Oh no, they're gonna try and.
Put the word out. They're in the wind, and we're back to square one.
Better let Marvin go to his Tahiti.
How do you do it?
Do what?
Years
How do you
of
deal with people looking at you that way? The fear? How do you go on knowing that people are terrified of you?
From as early as I can remember, I dreamed of someday being captain of a ship. To be out there on the ocean in the middle of the night, navigating by the stars.
This is his way of saying.
I always thought it would be the greatest life on Earth. I've never told anyone that before. About a life at sea.
Why didn't you do it? You went into naval intelligence.
Wait a minute, didn't you do that? Say that to what's it called, Donald, when he was dying in the cage? You know, like he was saying, like how he would love to be in a ship, wind on his hair. Was that the same story, or am I going crazy? I think.
Why didn't you do it? You went into naval intelligence instead.
Is it naval intelligence basically?
It was a Cold War.
Navy.
There were spies to run.
There were spies to
His biggest
turn.
battle,
That was interesting, though.
finding his way home.
He probably tried to turn Katerina.
You have to make your choices. You have to try to be happy with them. I think we've done pretty well.
Have we?
I know it's easy to ignore the way people look at you. But I hope you can find some. You can find some solace in the fact that when I look at you,
At least you have one person by your side, is funny. Although, you know, I still don't know how I'd feel about someone saying that to me when he said some person is a criminal mastermind who's killed many other people. Who does have a soft side, but still killed a bunch of a lot of people, you know? You give and take. But yeah, I like their relationship no matter what. I don't care. Where are they? Oh, they're in a container ship? It's kind of crazy. Oh, they're back to, you know, being in bunkers and stuff. Oh, no. They've got it out. He's got it out.
the North Star.
Mm-hmm.
And so sailors used to find their way home.
Mm-hmm.
When I look at you, that's what I see.
Oh, Harold is become a desk pusher. Honestly, if I was about to taking their time and, you know, I know I've heard the song a bunch of times, and I always forget to look up the name. I'm gonna do that after this episode. Yeah, he's not gonna let this go. I knew he was gonna search for this guy.
I'm the man of my word. Your
Oh,
granddaughter.
what else have you doing to Dembe? What have you...
Now, it's your turn. We
Um,
lost your boss. And no one seems to know where he's gone. But
Who's good?
I have the sneaking suspicion.
Please don't hit. No.
That you do.
God. Tom?
We need to talk.
Why would he talk to him? Honestly, like. Okay, I guess, yeah, but like, there's no friendliness there. They both hate each other. It's like there's nothing going on there. I'll talk about. First point I'll talk about is that, you know, Blacklist has some great music choices. You know, like I've already searched up like the last episode when she was running to the Russian embassy. I was like, what is that song? Because it sounded good. And then there was that When You Call Home or something, like when she was talking about it when her dad died. That was also so, you know, so like, and it's so funny going in and like searching it up on YouTube, and then you says who's here from Blacklist. That's just funny. But anyway, second, this mastermind, this guy, you guys said his name was Solomon. Well, like, he gets down and dirty. He's ahead of the game. Like their only lead was that guy for the Russian embassy thing. He freaking poisoned him. He likes poisons. I have a feeling he does indeed like poison, but he's got Dembe here. You know, like, which will. I do think Dembe would know, like, an inkling, like him and Red, he would know where he's going. And I know Dembe wouldn't. I hope he doesn't die, because I don't think Dembe would give it up easily. And it looks like, you know, it's not going to be easy for Dembe. Man's with freaking pool balls is whack at him. Hopefully not his head, but if it's his head, oh my god, that's just crazy. I really hope that. And yeah, okay, I get, you know, wrestler, you know, has some inkling. He does want to save Keen, but like he wants to do it his way, and which I get. And so like they do have like a, you know, wrestler and Tom do have a common goal in that they both want to protect Keen in their own way, and interesting to see how they work together. But I mean, I don't know how that's gonna go. Anyway, if you guys like this reaction, be sure to hit that like button, subscribe, share. I'm loving this, honestly. Every episode is like so cool, and then they're just out in the freaking container, yeah, with a glass of wine. Like, can it be any more like a cool setting backdrop? And they just, you know, they're free. Reddington's got. Well, for the moment, they're free, you know. And what are they going to do next? I need to know. We're going to see next episode. Hope you guys enjoyed this reaction. Hit that like button, subscribe, share, and I'll see you in the next one.